and now you have essentially you're forcing your opponent to stop two different areas, two seams underneath seams, and he'll have a really hard time stopping it. So this is Prometheus trying to provide you more than a meta. If you guys are looking for offensive schemes and strategies and techniques to take your game to the next level, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And also the notification icon so you can get my weekly uploads. If you guys have any particular playbooks that you want me to look at, or particular formations you want me to look at, go ahead and put it down in the notes. Sometimes when you guys make suggestions, I'll go ahead and take a look at the playbook and show you some things, how I run things. I've been playing Madden for quite a long time, definitely over 20 years. And really this game is all about concepts, especially more now than ever. So if you can understand concepts, you can be successful and move the ball down the field. We'll be looking at a formation, which is a formation that's been in the game since Madden dropped back in the 90s, and it's the I-form formation. We're going to take a look at basically how I'd set this formation up and make it as effective as possible as a scheme. Now, out of the Falcons playbook, we've got quick slants, 95 Mike, mid attack, which is the reason I came to this particular playbook, because I ran into somebody that was running this play, and it caused me some issues locking it up, but it's fairly simple and straightforward to lock up. And then you have the play action X dig is the other audible. Now, what's cool about this particular play, it is a meta scheme, is a 26 duo. Just recently on Zan's channel, he talked about the 26 duo and why this is one of the better run plays, and this does get really glitchy with blocking, so we're going to use it as our base play, and we're going to complement it with the base audible, which is going to be the mic. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and provide some way to go ahead and attack my opponent off the left side, because a lot of the actions will be going off to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove slants, which basically the duo RPO is going to kind of replicate that. I'm going to try to find the best play to attack my opponent off to the left side, and that would be the play action comeback slide. This is a concept I've been using for years, and if you understand it successfully, you'll be good. Now, out of the huddle, we're going to call this particular play, which essentially is going to be the 26-0 alert X looky, and I want to show you how glitchy this blocking is and how we're going to work this. And we're just going to run this against random 3-3-5 wide defenses. All right, so rolling defense right here, probably a blitzer coming in, and really what this particular play is, you get really glitchy blocking with this run play, and all you have to do is really look for the hole, but you're going to be looking for the double teams, and sometimes you can actually cut back into it. But I want to show you the blocking right here. We've got two double teams on the inside. Basically, these double teams take out two defenders. We've got a double team initially, and then the guy gets up to the next level, and we got a double team right here in the next level. So that's one of the key indicators with a run, is you want to watch where the double teams are at. You want to run behind that and peel off of the blockers. But take a look at this run. On the first snap, I'm able to go and just curve this thing up for a good 12-yard gain, and that's just going to be very frustrating to your opponent. Now, conversely, let's go ahead and take a look, and we're going to peek on the backside and see if the defenders come down and attack the ball carrier, because that means that slant will be available to us, and it is. So you got your RPO look that you can attack your opponent if he starts using a lot of man coverage. Now, the other play you can use is the 95 Mike, which essentially is just going to be inside run with a lead blocker, and you just go ahead and take your hole right there when you get it. And if you got a star defender that is on the defensive line, what you want to do is you want to try to double team them so you get better blocking. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the pass plays. I'm going to come back to the play action comeback slide. This is going to be a play we're going to come back to, but here's the base play that really got me excited about this entire scheme, was the mid attack. So you can run this thing stock, or you can basically do a deep comeback route. I like a deep comeback route because that just gives me a little bit more time to read man coverages and throw that deep comeback, because he will go obviously deep, almost 20 yards, and then actually come back to a 15-yard gainer. So that's my preference. Another adjustment you can do too is you can put this guy in a smoke route. This will give you a faster read with man or zone coverage. but we're going to do his deep comeback route. Now, the key to this bigger play is this route right here by the running back. The running back route against the zone coverages is going to get really, really crazy area to throw to. And he'll be basically unmanned if a guy's playing like over-the-top zone coverages. So me, naturally, I'm a person who likes to come out of zone. I don't use a lot of man coverages naturally. And as you can see right here, this guy, there's nobody in the area, and I'm getting rid of the ball. So if someone's blitzing me with some type of a zone coverage, that route is going to get out there very quick. And we're going against the fullback, which is usually a position when you play Madden that it's not a passing threat per se, as maybe a running back or the wide receivers or a tight end. So you can see right here, I'm picking up yards easy. Now you can quickly go ahead and flip the play, and once again you can hit this. And against man coverage, if you want to wait a little bit, you can. It's very, very easy to do that. So what happens if it's a man read? Well, you've also got this deep comeback route that you can go ahead and hit, and that's why I do that deep comeback route. That it just gives me just another read. It makes the ball a little bit deeper. So I'm looking at this route right here, and I could have hit that, but also I've got the one-on-one coverage out here and no defender floating in this deep comeback route, so I can actually go ahead and attack that. And all I have to do is just pass lead it out to the sideline, and you get an easy completion. So we're going to set this up. And now another thing too is this deep post by the tight end will be available to you, especially if you see a defender clear out the zone on the left side. So one of the things I was doing is I was cheating over to this route here because I know that this route underneath is going to be available for me to check down to. I'm assuming because of the way this guy's playing, he's probably playing like kind of a spy. So I was going to cheat over here to see if I can hit this quick out. And you can see this defender floats out in the zone, meaning that basically this crossing route right over the middle of the field is going to be wide open, and I could turn it into a big completion. Now what you could do too is put a wheel on the back side, where obviously you want to have that route by the fullback going to the opposite side of the wheel, and now you have essentially you're forcing your opponent to stop two different areas, two seams underneath seams, and he'll have a really hard time stopping it. So this is a great passing concept to have in your back pocket, which essentially is just going to force him to have to defend the seam areas, and he's going to have to start manually putting mans on there and actually giving away from his pass rush. So that's what's great about it. So here's a couple other complement plays that you can use in this scheme just to drive your opponent crazy. So let's take a look at the play action comeback slide. Play action comeback slide is a play that I've used a lot in previous Maddens. And basically what I do, and especially now since they fixed the tight end streaks, I'm going to streak up the tight end. The way the play is set up right now, unless you can audible into a deep crosser with the tight end, because you've got an apprentice tight end, or you've got a quarterback like a Tom Brady, streak this guy up. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to watch high-low. The streak route is just a clear-out route. I'm not even looking at that, but I'm basically looking at a progression of what's underneath with the fullback, the deep comeback route, and then the deep post right over the middle. So the first place I'm going to go is the underneath with the fullback. So I've just got a little block shed right there. Should get rid of the ball a little bit quicker. But if that if that fullback route gets taken out by man, I'll make my next progression. So we're going to watch this guy right here, and if you can see, he's covered by man. I could throw that ball, but likely what's going to happen is man is going to give animation to this defender, and you could potentially get picked off. So the smart read is to go up the next route, which will be this deep comeback route, what I'm getting out there roughly about 15 yards. I'm going to go ahead and pop that. And then the next area we're going to take a look at is the crosser right here by this outside wide receiver. He's going to come across the field. Now, if you're on the right side of the hash, sometimes that deep post route will be available for you for a huge play. It's just, it's not a very consistent play. I'm playing with a very porous line. The offensive line is not that great. But you can potentially go and hit that. But you want to go with the high percentage routes, routes that you're going to essentially beat the man-to-man coverages and make adjustments from there. Now, if you have the ball off to the other hash, you can go ahead and use this particular play, which essentially is going to be a play action X dig. So one of the things you can do is with the play action X dig. This has got a dig concept off to the left. It's got play action, and then you've got like this slant up concept. What I want to do is I want to drag up my tight end and give myself a fast read. I'm also going to go ahead and take essentially my fullback, which is in the animation. I'm going to put him on an out route off the back side. But what this is going to do is going to open up the middle of the field, but give myself some fast reads, flats underneath, and also give me essentially the a read with the inside read with Ridley. So against cover 2, a lot of times what's going to happen is this wide receiver is going to get available for me. Now I'm going to be throwing essentially in the same zone, but I'm just using other routes to clear things out. So once again, it's not common zones that we're going to be looking for. And you can see I've got that route completely cleared out by that running back, by that other wide receiver, and essentially I'm just going to hit that. So this is a kind of a scheme that I pretty much built on the fly. It was built around using mid attack as one of my base plays, and also using this play action comeback as another base play. You can use curls or something like that, or some other different types of stuff. But this is a pretty good concept just to have in your back pocket, and it's going to allow you to go ahead and attack your opponent just at next levels and stuff like that, and really drive them crazy. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you do like these type of breakdowns, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you have any particular formations or playbooks you want me to take a look at and build out a scheme for you, just go ahead and make a note down in the comments below. So once again, thanks for your support, guys. Until next time.